All right. So it's been a bit since I last made a devlog, and multiple reasons for that. Don't feel like going into it right now. Anyways, I decided to. So I was working on the first person shooter last time, and I made mistakes. I've paid for them too, but I've learned from them, and now I actually have code that is multiplayer first. So this code here is all multiplayer focused. So it's all multiplayer first based, you know. Uh so everything so far actually works with multiplayer. Fantastic, you know. All of this 100% works multiplayer wise, and I feel like I actually understand how multiplayer is supposed to work now. Except for this, I don't understand why this is stupid. So this is the sprint code. And my understanding is that the server takes. Oh, does it? I don't fucking know how it works when it comes to movement, but it works fine for walking. I didn't have to do any, like, bullshit for walking speed. Whatever the walking speed is, that's the walking speed. The server knows that and shit. So when you're moving, it just I don't know why. For some reason, I have to run sprinting through the server to update the max walk speed on the server and to all the clients. If I don't do this, then sprinting doesn't work. It's fucking stupid, and I don't know why it's like that. It just is, and it's stupid, and I hate it. It makes no sense. It legit makes no sense. There's zero reason that I should have to tell the server and the other clients that this person is now walking at 600 centimeters per second instead of 300 centimeters per second. But the game's dumb and it forces me to do this. I don't know why. Or not game, but the engine is dumb and forces me to do this, and I don't know why. Just the way shit is, I guess. Because like my thought process was I didn't have to do this because the server is just automatically getting the player's position. Network is fully implemented with server client correction and prediction. Oh, it's because of prediction. Because it's predicting where the player is going to be, and in order to do that, it needs to know the walking speed of the player. That makes sense and all, but that's fucking stupid, anyways. My understanding was it just like every so often, every tick or whatever, the player's position is sent to the server, and then the server updates that player's position for all the other players. That was my understanding of it, and that's how it should work, theoretically speaking. But also with predictive analysis, it actually makes sense that you have to run any changes to the walking speed through the server. Still stupid, but I digress. To showcase that the multiplayer actually functions, first let's open it up and you will see. Oh, I'm stupid actually. In order to actually showcase that it works, I have to do standalone game. So if we load it up as a standalone game, it's gonna take a little bit to load. Hey, this is the first time I haven't gotten any red errors or yellow errors for that matter. There it is. But it's just yellow. It's not that bad. But yeah, we have both. And as you can see, Steam is accessed right now. So it's working with Steam. And so we have two of these open, and you can see if I open this up right here, you can see we have Weapons of War Dioxin is being played by me. So it connects to Steam. And where is the other player? I can move. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's not simulating a server right now is the problem. And I'm not connected to a Steam server. because I didn't start a Steam server, so it won't actually be able to showcase anything. But yeah, if we do this, you'll see I can walk, and oh wow, you can see me moving. There's no VSync. So there's actually some problems going on in the editor with VSync and whatnot, but that's fine. And if I shoot, you can see boom, boom, boom. One of the clients should now be at 0 health and the other one should be at full health. And if we go into here, you will see in details, this one is the one that's at 0 health and BP1 is at 100 health. So everything works perfectly so far, at least. Why is there only one? There should be two. There's only one player controller, but there should be two player controllers, although it's not causing any issues. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But whatever. But yeah, and another thing I can do is maybe... I can't. I don't think. If I turn on show FPS in here, you're going to see that it's at 60 and nothing happens even if I start it up. Oh, it shows FPS in here. So let's try shooting the gun. As you can see, shooting the gun. Oh, wait. Set to, let's switch fire. It's now set to automatic. And as you can see, I am holding down the trigger. And just to showcase that it is indeed set to automatic, we can go down here. So this will lag it. If I draw the bullet trail, it will lag. But if I don't, it doesn't lag. So I just switched. We're now on auto fire. And as you can see, it's lagging. It's lagging. It's really lagging. We're down to 9. But yeah. So yeah, it's actually at a stable 60, and I think it's locked at 60. I think that's why it's not going above 60, is because it's locked at 60. I'm pretty sure with the way I have it right now, this could easily go past 60. And so one thing that I actually did is if we go to Fab, I have found a really awesome project template that is completely free. It is 100% free. It's called this. It's perfectly optimized, is what it's called. And it replaces, so instead of using D3, D12, I forgot what that means. It's, what is it? Man, it's a rendering engine. This is the rendering engine a lot of video games use, which gives you, 60 FPS, but it looks really good and whatnot. So it's like, okay. And then with Vulkan, 334 FPS. And it's not only just Vulkan, they also do a bunch of removing of like plugins and whatnot. For instance, there is no ray tracing or lumen in here, so there's no real-time lighting happening. Now, obviously, if you want your game to look really good, not having the real-time lighting will cause issues, in that department. It won't look real. It won't look good. But I don't need that. And I can just add it back in whenever I want. Let's see. Light. I know that Lumen or whatever is a like plugin. Whatever. I think it's actually in project settings. It's either project, yeah, it's project, not editor. So if we go here, do Lumen. Distance field for fastest, tracing, yada, yada, yada. So if we do like trace or tracing, maybe. Anyways, you can just go back into here and change up some lighting stuff if you want to have a better look. But I think this default project is actually really, really good for performance, making sure that the game can perform. And then it's a situation of if I wanted to, I could probably add in settings. Like if I add in an options menu, I can add in settings where it's like, hey, you can turn on like ray trace lighting, real time lighting, and whatnot. But I don't need it, and it speeds up my development time by a lot by not having all that extra bullshit. Obviously, as you can see here, this just already looks way worse shadow wise and whatnot than my other projects have looked. Like everything looks really flat. But once again, this is just like demo purposes, you know? This is just for development purposes. Once I have a working game, I can start adding some stuff back in to make it look better. But for the purposes of just having something that functions and maybe doesn't look great, but it at least functions and should be able to run on like low grade hardware and whatnot, I love this. I smell food. I smell something that smells real good. Anyways, yeah, so I've restarted. I have, as you can see, I already have the guns back. Well, not all of the guns, but I have my gun base and I have test pistol, which I added automatic fire to, which, you know, obviously shouldn't exist. So we're gonna remove that now. But yeah, I did all this, and I actually made the firing myself this time, so I know for a fact it'll work through multiplayer, because that's the issue that I ran in with my last Unreal Engine project for the first-person shooter game. And I've kind of just decided that for coding purposes, I think it's just better to make everything myself, even if it ends up not being as good as I want it to, as high-tech and whatnot. It's better for it to work, you know? Better for it to work than for it to not work. So yeah, I've got quite a bit done so far. I'm planning on, if we open this up, I actually have my little planner right here. So I plan on adding back in the M4A1, AK-47, a Kar 98K, a double barrel shotgun. I'm doing this so that I have like a good range of guns. So I'll have my semi-auto, I'll have my bolt action, I'll have my automatic, um, I'll have my burst fire, and I'll have my shotgun. That way I can make sure that it all, that way I can write the code to make sure everything works exactly how I want it to, and then I plan on adding a player model with some basic walking, running, crouching, and whatnot animations. And right here, this is what I've already worked on a little bit, is I added, you know, bullet speed, I added bullet drop, I haven't added damage fall off yet, and I implemented fire mode switching. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do ricocheting. I need to figure out how I'm going to do bullet penetration, and this is going to be the hardest one, damage fall off. Because in order to calculate damage fall off, I need to get the velocity upon, or not the velocity upon impact. I need to get, well, yeah, no. I need to get the velocity upon impact to figure out how much the base damage should be reduced by. And not to mention, for ricocheting and bullet penetration, I also need to get the velocity upon it hitting something. And that's surprisingly complicated to figure out. So yeah, I will be trying to figure all of that out when I can. Worst case scenario, I don't have ricocheting or bullet penetration, or I have very simplified bullet penetration, probably no ricocheting, and probably some really basic damage fall off just based on like the distance that the bullet traveled, sort of thing. Like every so and so meters, the damage gets reduced by this much. And for bullet penetration, it will just be, is it wood? Yes, it penetrates. Is it not wood? No. Is it not wood? Yes, then it doesn't penetrate the material, sort of thing. Anyways, as you can see, I have a friend who just sent me a fucking gift. Okay. Interesting. They already messaged me asking if I can play, so yeah. All right. Well, that's all I have to say for now. That's it for the devlog. I'll be sure to try and update at least once a month on how progress is going. But yeah. See you guys in the next one. Peace.